Welcome to Talk Learner. Get ready to test your English skills and learn something new today. Let's find out your English level based on your score. Are you ready? Cool. Good. Let's start the test. She dashed reading a novel when I called her. A was B, is C, was. Option C is the correct answer. They already finished their homework before dinner. A finishes B, had C, have. Option B is the correct answer. The teacher insisted that he, on time. A, B is C, was. Option A is the correct answer. The project, completed by next week. A, being B, is C, will be. Option C is the correct answer. If I, rich, I would travel the world. A-E, M-B, were C, was. Option B is the correct answer. She suggested that he, harder for the exam. A, studies. B, study. C, studied. Option A is the correct answer. The letter sent yesterday. A has B, had C, was. Option C is the correct answer. He behaves as though he, everything. A knows B, knew C, know. Option B is the correct answer. Neither of the answers, correct. A is B, are C, were. Option A is the correct answer. By the time we arrived, the movie already started. A starts B, had CC, has. Option C is the correct answer. The book, along with the notes, missing. A is B, are C, were. Option B is the correct answer. She would rather you came earlier. A, come B, came C, comes. Option A is the correct answer. It's high time we, action, A, take B, taken, C, took. Option C is the correct answer. Not only he, but also his friends invited. A is B, was C, are. Option B is the correct answer. Hardly. He entered when the bell rang. A, had B, has C, have they. Option A is the correct answer. If he, harder, he could have passed. A. Studies. A. B. Studied. C. Study. Option C is the correct answer. By next year, I, here for a decade, A, lived B, will have lived C, live. Option B is the correct answer. I wish I, taller, A, M, B was C, were. Option A is the correct answer. She looked at me as if she, the answer. A, no, B, knew, C, knows. Option C is the correct answer. He speaks as though he, the manager, A, were B, is C, was. Option B is the correct answer. No sooner the train left than it began to rain. A, had B, has C, have. Option A is the correct answer. The committee dash divided in its opinion. A is B, are C, were. Option C is the correct answer. $10. Not enough to buy this book. A is B, are C, were. Option B is the correct answer. She said she, to the party. A goes B, was going, C, go. Option A is the correct answer. I prefer tea, coffee. A, to B, over, C, then. Option C is the correct answer. Neither of the boys, guilty. A, are B, is C, were. Option B is the correct answer. The doctor advised that he, rest, A, should take B, takes C, take. Option A is the correct answer. Unless you, hard, you cannot succeed. A worked B, work C, working. Option C is the correct answer. The meeting, postponed until Monday. A has been, B is C, was. Option B is the correct answer. The police investigating the case. A is B, are C, was. Option A is the correct answer. By this time tomorrow, we reached Paris. A will have B, have C, had. . Option C is the correct answer. He said he, there the next day. A will be, B would be, C is. Option B is the correct answer. If only I listened to my parents. A had B, have C, has. Option A is the correct answer. The manager demanded that every file, ready, A, is B, B, C, was. Option C is the correct answer. She looks forward to her friends. A, meet B, meeting, C, met. Option B is the correct answer. Either my mother or my sisters, cooking dinner now. A, is B, are C, was. Option A is the correct answer. The old man with his sons, farming. A is B, are C, were. Option C is the correct answer. She promised that she helped me. A, would be, will see, shall. Option B is the correct answer. I'd rather you, tomorrow. A, leave. B, left, C, leaving. Option A is the correct answer. He asked me where I, going. A, am, B, was, C, were. Option C is the correct answer. This is the best movie I ever seen. A, have B, had C, has. Option B is the correct answer. The manager insisted that the report submitted on time. A, B, B is C, was. Option A is the correct answer. She said she finished her work. A, had B, has C, have. Option C is the correct answer. If he, earlier, he would not have missed the bus. A, leaves. B, left. C, leave. Option B is the correct answer. The house, painted last year. A, is B, was C, has. Option A is the correct answer. Either of the pens, good enough. A, are B, is C, were. Option C is the correct answer. If it, tomorrow, we will cancel the trip. A, rains. B, rain. C. Rained. Option B is the correct answer. No sooner had I spoken, he interrupted me. A, then B, when C, then. Option A is the correct answer. He acts as if he, the owner. A where B was C, is. Option C is the correct answer. The child, crying for hours before help arrived. AE had been, B has been, C was. Option B is the correct answer. Share it with your friends, and ask them to participate in this test. Comment your achieved scores and subscribe for more. Bye-bye.